Here is a present for you.
Hello and welcome to Nintendo Nostalgia. This is a special episode all about Pokemon Snap 2. We are really excited. The new Pokemon Snap that is coming. We are doing a little short. We're going to do our reactions to the trailer. Both Chris and I are on the episode tonight. We have not watched the trailer and we can't wait to react. So before we get into it, Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I am very excited for this trailer. I love Pokemon. I love the world of Pokemon, and I haven't really played anything related to the franchise in a few years. So, my favorite thing about the franchise is like the world that it creates. So I'm really excited to jump back in, especially with a game like this, because I feel like it immerses you so well in such a casual and fun way. So yeah, I'm not a big RPG guy, but really looking forward to what this game has to offer. Yeah, how are you, Ryan?
I'm pretty good. I'm excited to get into this. I've been on a cleaning kick today, so that's what I've been doing all day, and just
Mhm.
it's good to sit down and chill and record with you. So
Yes,
definitely
likewise.
cool.
I was on a cleaning kick as well, and I need to stop. I've been going a little too crazy, so it's nice to kind of force myself to sit down and watch something like this. So I'm
Mhm.
very excited. Yeah.
Yes, we are going to cover. I'm curious to see what this looks like in comparison to the original.
Yeah.
It's definitely my favorite. This is going to be controversial in multiple levels, but this is my favorite first-person shooter on
Oh
in
God.
64.
I'm gonna have to sign off. This is already too much for me.
Hey, it has a lot of sniper elements. Like it grades you on your accuracy, and it's on rails, so it's fun.
That's fair. That's fair. I was not prepared for this because right now I'm just like processing everything you're saying right now. And I'm trying to prove you wrong, but I can't.
Oh, so initial memories for the original Pokemon Snap. Let's start with you, Chris. What were your initial experiences with this? Did you pick it up day one, or did you pick it up later? Did you never own it and you just played it at a friend's? What's your story?
I believe that I picked it up day one, but as a rental. So
Mhm.
when Blockbuster was still a thing, I think I went right to the store, like right when it came out. I think this is like around the time where like we started to see Pokemon in 3D. So like, Pokemon Stadium and this came out around the same time, and it was like mind blowing back then to see everyone in 3D. And I just thought that this was such a cool, unique concept, and even still to this day, Pokemon Snap still is like that. So, um, I just remember, renting it constantly, and like Blockbuster was not cheap. And honestly, I do
Mhm.
not care that they are not in business anymore. But yeah, it's so much fun playing this through them. And my favorite part was, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I might not be remembering correctly, but I remember, bringing my cartridge back and then going to that little kiosk where you could like print stickers of like your favorite pictures, unless that was
Mhm.
just Pokemon Stadium. Was that also for Snap?
I want to say that was available for Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds familiar, really familiar. In fact, I remember seeing a kiosk. I think it was Amiibo Jason, Amiibo Jason's collection. Like he got that big terminal thing that was like Pokemon Snap demo station or whatever,
Hmm.
and it's so cool. Like,
Yeah. Ugh, I would love to have something like that, but I can't imagine like it's worth having because, how do you get the printer paper for that? It's got to be like this very special type for those types of games and for the stickers that they're supposed to make.
I wonder if it's more rare or less rare than the Game Boy printer paper, because that's hard to come by.
Is it really? Oh
Yeah, it's
man.
sticker paper, actually.
Mm, darn. I was hoping to get that. That's like on my wish list of Game Boy games to get, so maybe I'll have to rethink that. But um yeah, oh man, that kiosk. There's just something so special about visiting that thing. I wish I could remember the prices. I feel like it was like $5, but I could be making that up. And I probably am. Um but yeah, it's just I mean, going back to the game itself, it was just so fun to be able to jump into a 3D world because the games, you know, the RPGs themselves, the original ones, like, they're very top down, very basic sprite, simple games. And I just loved the personality that you got even through that medium. And so for that to evolve and transition into 3D and so quickly in a way was just like mind blowing, like I've
Mhm.
mentioned before. And so it's just so cool to, be in this vehicle where it's on rails and it's kind of like a little safari, and you get like a little tour of these pockets of the world and see how these creatures like interact with each other and within their environments and stuff. So um yeah, it was just a very fun way to kind of like explore that universe. So I really hope that this new game, brings about a similar sense of, mystery and exploration and uh, provides you with the tools that you need to kind of interact with them while they're doing their thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm so happy that this game exists. Like I'm still processing how amazing it is.
Yes. Oh, wow. And the original was. I actually own that one. That's one of the few 64 games that I still have.
Nice.
And I play that every once in a while. And I didn't initially own it growing up. My friend John Hester had it, and we would play together, or rather, I would watch him play. I don't think he ever let me play at all. I think I had to play like at a demo station or at another friend's house. But yeah, it was really cool watching it. He had the strategy guy, which at the time, like I thought he was cheating, and he didn't have to use a strategy guide. But it was
Mhm.
really cool to see him know all these tricks and what to take and how to take it and how to how to finally get a picture of Mew and all that stuff. That's cool.
Right.
Um, but I was still like very strategy guides are evil or something. It's just not the way it was intended to be
It's
played.
cheating. Yeah, yeah. No, I feel you. I'm kind
Nowadays,
of
that
like
won't even hold up anymore because like you almost need a guide to do things.
true. That's a really good point. I actually never thought about that before. Yeah.
I got off that
But
high horse when I found out later that I started using some strategy guides, but I didn't want to admit it. But also just the fact that Earthbound came with the strategy guide. When I heard about that, I'm like, oh well, then maybe
mm.
if they package a strategy guide in with a game, then maybe strategy guides are okay.
Yeah, I could see that. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I was kind of against them too, but like, when you get to a certain point in a game that you like really love, it's like, okay, it's either I don't play the game that I love or I make a little compromise and get a little bit of a helping hand to help me get to where I need to be. Yeah, I get that. But yeah.
Now, the main character is Todd, correct?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I believe so. He was
Now, which
one of
came
the
first,
characters.
the show Todd or the game Todd?
Show Todd, I believe, because
Okay,
this was from, and I could be wrong, but I think he was like from the second season with like the Orange Islands.
yeah.
Um, once Ash went through like his first round with the Indigo League or whatever, and they just kind of made up this whole new world that I was really hoping would be in the actual games, and from what I understand, they never have been still.
Mhm.
Um, which is crazy because people would go insane over that. But
There's a
um,
lot of regions that aren't in Pokemon games.
yeah, it's such a shame. They really need to like collaborate with each other. But yeah, he's the photographer kid from like the second season. So it was pretty cool that they like included him in that.
When the Pokemon MMO does happen, it is going to be epic. And I can think of all the expansions for all the areas like Orange Islands and things like that. Even going to what's it called? The places in Pokemon Coliseum,
Mm,
those region and stuff like that. Like to go to those places like with new expansions that come out for the MMO. That would be
hmm.
really cool. Not to say that I'm speaking it into existence, but someday it would be awesome.
Well, temper your expectations because you know how weird the Pokemon company can be. It's
Yeah.
like they take one step forward, two steps backwards sometimes, or two steps forward, one step backwards. It's like all over the place with them. But
Well,
um,
they are
it could
moving
happen.
further with the MOBA, so there's some
Mm,
glimmer of hope there.
yeah, that's a good point. Um, something I was thinking about, well, two quick things. With the original Pokemon Snap, it holds up extremely well.
Hmm.
I got it last year because I just always wanted it, and um, I didn't realize how many things I was missing out on. Like, I didn't realize how many more secrets there are than the ones that I was already familiar with. So,
Hmm.
I have been dabbling with that a little bit. But, like I said, it holds up extremely well. It really is like a timeless game. It's very easy to understand what to do and easy to play. And it's just like a very charming and delightful adventure. I use those adjectives a lot, but that really is what it is. But it'll be interesting this time because I believe Namco is making this one,
Hmm.
and I think Howlers, someone that was already pretty familiar with the franchise was doing it last time. So it'll be interesting to see how it kind of transitions with this new developer. But
Hmm.
from the first trailer, it does look like they do understand like what makes the original so special. So
Hmm. Yeah.
hoping it holds up.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see if there's like different vehicles to travel about,
Mm.
and like maybe different camera filters that you can use. And it'd
Oh
be
yeah.
really cool to really expand now that like technology for phones is and cameras have gone like and changed. Like it would be awesome to see that change too, like with the complexities, throwing different types of food for certain Pokemon will lure in certain ones, and just some detailed things that they could put in there. And maybe
Right.
they just want to keep it pretty simple. But I think most of the time, like Nintendo, not necessarily Pokemon, but Nintendo really wants to keep like some new gimmick or kind of evolving the series, making it different. So I'm wondering if that's going to play here, or if Pokemon Company is going to keep it uh, pretty pretty same, like just
Right.
basically taking the first game and expanding it with so many more Pokemon to work with and so many more areas to explore. So I'm kind of curious to see where
Yeah.
they go.
Yeah, totally. Those are really good points. Yeah, I was gonna ask like what you are predicting with this new one and to see, what they might be adding or changing or whatever. So I really like, what you said. And I do hope, kind of going off of what you said, I do hope that they do, kind of bring it up to date and have it be harmonious with like our current digital age and have it work with like social media and just have like a fun pop culture experience,
Yeah.
so that'll be interesting to see if that happens. And I, going back to what I said with like the kiosk thing, I do hope that they kind of find a way for us to do something special like that because it is like a
Mhm.
photography game and we kind of have lost that special something about having like a printed out picture of something that you took, so hopefully there's some kind of option with that or some kind of clever way of getting around that.
Mhm.
Um, but with going back to it being produced or developed by Namco and having the Pokemon company involved, it's interesting because like Namco when it comes to like their relationship with Nintendo is like all over the place. People are kind of mixed on Star Fox Assault and they did some other projects I can't really think, but I mean they also did Super Smash Brothers Ultimate and
Mhm.
that's barely pretty much perfect. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how people receive this entry. But yeah, do you have any other predictions for the game?
I have a hope. They get the voice actor and Professor Oak makes a return because
Mm.
his little like spoken lines are just ingrained in my memory forever.
Yeah, I
Wonderful.
think. Yep, I think I have a pretty big role with that. I
No,
think I've
no,
said
it was
that to
already
you
there
like
before
20
I even
times.
met
Oh,
you.
really?
Yes. I can't tell you how
Maybe.
many times like I'm like wonderful and saying all those like phrases all the time, like in my head, in my
Yeah.
internal dialogue, like it's permanently a part of my being. And
Wonderful.
I can't stand that the idea of knowing that that won't be carried forward in future games.
Yeah, I do kind of hope that it's like very bad voice acting. Be fun. So,
Nostalgia.
yeah. All right, should we do this?
I think we should do this. Let's get
Okay.
into the video. We are live reacting, and here we go.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, it's gorgeous.
Cool. Oh, wow.
Ooh, that
They
looks
upgraded the camera.
I
Cool.
like it. Wow, this looks
NFC.
really good. What was the name of the vehicle? Do you remember?
I was just trying to think of that. I can't remember.
Like 01 or something? Something with
Yeah.
0. Oh wow, that looks really
Oh, wow. Drift glimpse.
good. See, I don't know a lot of the new creatures names. That's Pokemon?
Wow. Take a peek. Ooh, different professor. Okay. Tell us about Fauna. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Cool.
I like the different environments.
Pretty new Pokemon confirmed. Ooh,
Oh, a fight. That's cool.
bug
Uh-oh.
fights. Fireplace.
What's he listening to?
You? Whoa, Mega
Oh.
Pokemon maybe. Or Spirit Pokemon.
Shiny guy.
Oh my gosh, the opportunities here.
Ooh, I
New
like that
Pokemon
box
Snap.
art.
April 30th, 2021. That's a pretty box art.
Nice. I actually was like kind of worried about this one. I thought it'd be like delayed until the fall or something, but yeah, glad that's like kind of around the corner.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I wonder how much content they're going to put in this game. They got a lot of Pokemon to work with, a lot of interactions, like
Mhm.
the Magikarp and the Gyarados like evolving if you do the right thing. And there's so many things that you can do in this game. I want to see like tons and tons of like Easter eggs and interactions that you can do with Pokemon. I
Yeah.
want to see such depth for this game because
Yep.
it has so much potential and it was so unique for what it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited about that.
I didn't really realize at the time that there were so many different, possible interactions, and things that you could do to like get different results with
Mhm.
different creatures and stuff. So, and I'm still like learning about the original one, and that game wasn't even that large. There
Mhm.
weren't too many levels in that one. So, um, I am curious to see like A, how many stages there are, and B, like you said, how in depth it goes with the different possibilities that
Mhm.
are there. So I really hope they nail this, but it looks like stunning. These graphics are like unreal. I was not expecting it to look this good.
It's probably going to be on Rails. I wonder
Mm-hmm.
if there's going to be any freeform, but I doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps pacing, so you have to take the pictures. Like if you could just stop and take as many pictures as you want, like yeah, you could kind of do that. And that's another thing. Like you could upgrade your 01 to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of speed through levels. You can stop. You can like there's different like mechanics there that they could work with.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it pretty much it's probably going to be 02. That'll be funny if it is. They call it
Yeah.
the 02. But
Right. Yeah. I will say like that trailer didn't really show too much like new features or new
mhm,
additions or changes. So I am curious to see if they're being like very conservative with those and like either you know, i- um, in the game itself or like just for the trailer,
yeah.
not wanting to show their hand.
Mhm.
I do like that there's lots of different environments and a lot of different creatures, and it's like a good mix of like old creatures and new Pokemon. Um, and all the different environments are cool and they look stunning. I just wish that they showed us like one new feature in that trailer.
Another thing that'd be really cool, I doubt they're gonna do that, but if they had, like, seasons they did show Sawsbuck,
Oh yeah.
and so, like, you could go to different seasons and see different Pokemon in a stage to give it more replayability.
Hmm.
Same stage, but, different time of year, and that would be really cool to see that interaction, like, different pictures and things that you can take, and also just like different backdrops. The changing would be beautiful to do that. Have leaves falling, and or like even during cherry blossom season, like set in a Japanese setting, like taking pictures with the cherry blossom petals like falling in the background or something. Like there's some really great opportunities for pictures that are just. And I hope like that sharing these is going to be really easy. I know you can share pictures with the Switch, and I hope you can maybe even record stuff too pretty easily. I'm hoping they unlock those features for this game.
Yeah. I mean, you can still do videos with the Switch too. You just have to hold down that button.
Some
Um,
applications restrict you from using it though.
oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So it would just depend on that. I know like Smash Brothers restricts you from doing the video because it has its own video feature. So I wondered if they would do anything like that, or if you can just take it like normal.
Yeah. No, you should be like the director of this game. Like your ideas are like genius. Like that season's idea. Oh my God, it's so clever. But something I'm really curious about too, I'm like rewatching the trailer now. What were they trying to show us at the end? Like with when the vehicle paused
Mhm.
and he was like listening or something, and this little glimmer of like a firefly or some like magical dot thing showed up, and then a giant shiny meganium, I think that's how you pronounce it, appeared. So, like, what is the significance of that? What does that mean or signal? Like, is that something unique and special, like a new mode or something? And also, I just noticed he's on the box art.
Yeah.
So, there's got to be some type of significance to that. So, I'm curious what they're kind of alluding to with that.
I'm really curious to see what that mechanic is. They're definitely like hinting at this is something new to the franchise. It does remind me of like Mega Evolution,
Hmm.
kind of that idea, like some special event is happening that causes this Pokemon to show up. Maybe they're like legendaries, but they're just normal Pokemon. But like getting them is you have to do this thing with this thing and this thing to
Hmm.
get that to happen at the very end or something. But
Yeah.
definitely instilled some wonder at the end there, and I cannot wait to play this game.
I know. Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like part of me is trying to tell myself like it's just around the corner, it's just around the corner, but really I know I'm going to be suffering for the next 2 or 3 months or so until it does arrive. It's going to be. I hope it's worth the wait. And it's not just like a 3 month wait. It's been decades since the first one, and like we've all been clamoring for a game like this. So I really hope they nail it because like if they do, then this is like there's potential for like more entries and spin-offs and stuff like that. So yeah, the potential is so great.
I don't see much potential for any multiplayer or any kind of online features for this game, which makes
Mm.
sense. But they could have something like that where you can share your photos in an online database or something. But I would really be cool as if you could actually upload your photos into your Pokemon Home and have like a photo album basically in Pokemon Home that you could store your pictures that you took from Snap on there. That would be really, really cool.
Wow, there you go again.
What if you can take your Pokemon from Pokemon Home and put it in the game and take pictures of them, like do a photo shoot with
Wow.
them?
I
That would be
mean,
amazing.
it would be amazing, but I would not expect that to happen.
No, I wouldn't either, but that would be so cool.
Yeah. But it is very cool to like see these new creatures, like the new Pokemon that have been released or been within the games ever since the original. Seeing like how they interact with within their environments because ever since the originals we haven't really seen that. They've just had like little animations in like Pokemon Coliseum or things like that. So it's pretty cool to see like Grookey and that beaver thing and stuff, and kind of just be themselves in these environments. So yeah, I'm
Bidoof.
curious to see. Oh yeah, Bidoof, thank you. That name, oh man. But yeah, it'll be great for me because like I said, I love the world of Pokemon, but it's just like I find the RPGs so daunting for me at this point when I have very little time. So this is like a nice way for me to kind of jump back into that world and universe, and it'll be like a fresh, fun experience. It'll be familiar but new because I've played the original. I know what to expect and how the game works, but it'll be with like new environments and new Pokemon. So that'll be cool. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
It's definitely on people's people have been begging for this for so long.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to use the motion features in the Switch, or you can kind of track your movements to take pictures that way.
Yeah.
If you can put it into like a uh, zoomed first person mode where you can actually just trigger the gyroscope to look
Mhm.
around, or if it's just going to be like all on rails and you just kind of just kind of use the sticks to look around. I'm
Mm.
kind of curious to see what they do with that.
Taking
But
that further, I'm curious to see if they're gonna like use the Labo camera. I think there was a Labo camera, right?
yeah,
Cardboard.
oh, oh my goodness, you
'Cause that
just
would be cool.
blew my mind. Can you imagine playing Labo VR like Pokemon Snap?
Yes, I can, and I need that.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so it wouldn't actually be beautiful. It'd be pretty grainy, but
Right.
it's a cool
But it would be
idea.
a beautiful experience. Yeah.
Yes, immersive experience to be in the
Yeah.
Pokemon world like that.
They might,
Um, that would be
but
cool.
I don't know. I don't know. This is Namco and the Pokemon Company that we're talking about, and they're
Yeah.
pretty conservative with things. So we'll see. I'm trying to, be realistic about this. But um, oh, I think I just saw a legendary Pokemon that I did not see the first time I saw the trailer. Interesting.
Oh,
I won't say anything, but yeah. Actually, I just saw two. Interesting. Oh, okay. This trailer has a lot of like background things. That's pretty cool.
interesting.
Um, but I am also curious to see like if they'll release anything that's like silly to go with this release, like I don't know, little accessories or like maybe a certain styled Nintendo Switch color,
Mhm.
or Joy Cons or something. It'll be curious to see how they choose to market this game and all the things that come along with it.
It would be kind of curious to see if they make use of their little controller. If you can use your controller, your
Yeah.
Pokemon or Pokeball Plus or whatever it is,
Oh,
to
true.
play the
Yeah, good
game.
point.
That would be kind of interesting if it actually gave you that ability.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm sure there's like some extra features with this game that they're holding on to and they'll surprise us with later. At least I really hope so. If they don't, not a big deal, but like we've said many times, there's just so much potential with this.
Yeah, I absolutely expect to see Surfing Pikachu possibilities. Be able to get Pikachu on a surfboard again.
Yeah.
I am noting that there are several Vivillon or whatever the butterfly Pokemon, all the different colors. So there are a lot of colors in Pokemon for that Pokemon. So I'm a little nervous that it's going to be like Korok seeds. Like take a picture of all the different types of Vivillons or whatever.
Right.
That'll be a chore, but maybe I hope that's not the padding they decide to do.
Yeah. It'll be
Beautiful
nice
though.
for me too because like I said before, I'm not too familiar with these creatures, like the newer ones. So
Mhm.
it'll be fun to like, play the game and then be like, oh, I've never seen that before, and just kind of like, learn about the new Pokemon that way, through surprise and through my weird exposures with them in the game. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to this.
I hope there's a lot of Zen moments, just like
Hmm.
chill and like just gawk at how beautiful the backgrounds and everything are.
Right, totally. I mean, that sunset. Oh my, I love that stage already. I've
Hmm.
only seen a little bit of it, but like they really nailed, the type of look that they should be going with, considering what the Switch is now capable of.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's so much potential with the environments, and so far it looks like they're really living up to its potential.
Hmm. I hope they do a good job with this. I really do, and I don't even care if it's not a very long game.
Right.
As long as they have like that charm from the first one, like I'll be
Yeah.
happy.
They'll get bonus points too if they nail the music and the sound design too, because
Yeah.
as we all know, like music makes a game really. So, yeah, I hope they really nail those tunes and they become classics. But we'll
Yes.
see. Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely echo that sentiment.
cool. Yeah, I cannot wait for April 30th. I think I'm gonna pre-order it right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, but I'm definitely gonna be picking up. I haven't decided if I'm gonna go digital or physical. Actually, I have you beat. I just remembered. I pre-ordered this when it was first announced at GameStop. It was the last thing that I pre-ordered at my home GameStop before COVID hit.
Mm.
So, like, I've got
Oh
it.
wow, it was released that long ago, or I'm sorry, announced that long ago.
Yeah, it was like March, I believe, of
Wow.
Yeah, right before everything went crazy. Like I went in and pre-ordered it, and I think things were just starting to come to light at that point, so I hadn't gone on quarantine or anything like that.
Hmm.
And I went in there and they asked me if I wanted to pre-order. I'm like, why not? So yeah, I have Pokemon Snap pre-ordered at a GameStop.
Cool. All right. Well, one less thing for you to worry about then. And I mean, I'm definitely getting it physical because I just like getting things physical in general, but also this box art is stunning. Like, it's exactly what I would have wanted a Pokemon Snap box art to look like. It looks so good. And it has like everything that you want. So, there's like pictures, but the Pokemon are coming out of the pictures, and it shows you the new camera. I love it. It's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy that they're putting this game out and it's coming out this year.
Hmm.
I've got a lot of high hopes for Nintendo this year, and so it's really cool to see Pokemon leading with this. Kicking things off. There's always that rumor going about that. Oh, there's going to be like the Diamond and Pearl remix. But you know what? If Pokemon Snap was the only thing they did this year besides the MOBA, like, yeah, I'm in.
Yep, totally. Right there with you. And I'm not even, like I've said before, I'm not even the biggest Pokemon fan, but like this game would be everything for me. I wouldn't even
Hmm.
need any other release next or this year. So if besides this, it's everything that I need.
Hmm.
And it'll be such a perfect, like, relaxing game too. Like I could see myself coming home from work and just like, just exploring one stage and like taking a few pictures and, just going back to it the next day or something.
Man, I've got to have that VR now. I know they haven't been using VR features in games, so it's probably
Yeah.
not going to happen. But man, that would be beautiful.
Right. Yeah. Oh God, I hope. I mean, they heard our cries for this type of sequel, so maybe they
But
will
how long did it
hear
take?
our cries. Yeah, true.
People were like, "Oh yeah, it could totally come out for the 3DS. It could come out for the Wii. It could come out for the Wii U because it's like the
Right.
perfect like camera thing in your hand." And still didn't happen. Still didn't happen. And now we've got
Yeah.
it coming for the Switch. So
Yep. I mean, it would have been perfect on Wii U, like really perfect, and
mhm,
it would have been great on 3DS and stuff too. But at least now that it's on Switch, it looks amazing. Like
mhm.
it's so crisp and the graphics are perfect, and it's going to reach a wide audience considering how successful the Switch is. So I'm very okay with it coming to us now. I'm just glad that it's come to us at all.
Mhm.
And I hope it does really well. I think it will, and I think that this will be like a wake-up call for them to be like, people really love this, and let's just keep making more of them. That would be just awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up the Reacts episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bonus episode ahead of the episode coming out later this week. But yeah, let us know what you think. Hop on the Nintendo Nostalgia chat and let us know. Comment there, or you can always hit us up on Twitter at Nintendo_NOS. And of course, you can always pop on our voicemail. Give us a call and leave a voicemail and let us know what you think about Pokemon Snap.
Hmm. Yep, we
Well,
love listening to voicemails, so always feel free to send us whatever's on your mind.
all right. Well, I got to get going here, and I will catch you guys later.
All right, bye everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Preston. Oh, snap.